All right, so let's get started. Hmm, Let me share my screen right now. Hi, good evening, everyone. Just a quick check again. If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat spots. And if you can see my screen, please let me know. We're all live right now. I'm on full screen board. Please let me know if you can hear me and if you can see my screen. Anyone from the chat? All right, thank you so much. So welcome everyone to Virtual Domains first masterclass for the year 2023. Um, Basically, the end goal, which I love to start from, is to equip every single business owner that will be listening to us on this call, and also to support every business development, marketing, sales professional who would also be joining us on this call to help them enhance their performance and also to help optimize the results that they are experiencing at the moment. And how you'll be able to do this at the end of the day is by leveraging on some of the tools that we'll be covering in this masterclass today and also tomorrow. Today will be a bit of a mix of both theoretical approach and also the practical aspect of the training. But tomorrow will be more of the heavy duty practical. But then I can't go into so much of the practical aspect of it if we do not cover the theoretical framework of what this masterclass is all about. So welcome once again to our Artificial Intelligence Business Solution Masterclass. And my name is Omotola Dorcas. I know that 90% of some of us that are on this call do not know me. And in order not to stress you out at all, I've decided to create a little story for myself so you could know who you're talking to, who you're listening to. And then, peradventure, you're asking yourself, why should I listen to her? Why should I even pay attention to what is being discussed here? Now, that kind of curiosity, right? Or that kind of mild objection is actually, it's normal, right? It's normal to have such kind of objection because you do not want to waste your time. And basically, I am not here to waste your time. If you know me very well and if you have worked with me, which I believe like 10 to 20% of us who might be joining us later have done, you know, I love to go straight to the point. Time for me is valuable. Time for me is money, and I do not like to waste it. So I would just say that what I do is that I support businesses and professionals in achieving their goals through effective business development, marketing, and strategic planning. Um, for, I believe, if I'm correct, I have over 8 to 9 years of extensive experience in the marketing industry with a deep understanding of the Nigerian market. And how did I come about that? I can say that I have worked with over 2,500 entrepreneurs. And when I mean entrepreneurs, I mean both in the personal brands and the corporate brands, specifically within the Nigerian market. I have worked with over 500 international brands, both personal and corporate brand. And basically, what I do is that I help provide a comprehensive range of services, which includes executive training for that covers sales, marketing, and business development. Web3 marketing that covers blockchain and cryptocurrency, and also we also provide consulting service. And I do not do this alone. I do this with alongside my team at Virtual Domain. And basically, if you want to know, or if you're like, okay, yeah, I've heard everything you said. So basically, what makes you stand out? Why should I listen to you? Why should I believe that you can help me solve whatever problem that I have right now? One thing I can say is my basic uniqueness, aside from the fact that I thrive in working virtually, except maybe once in a while on site, my creativity and my strong work ethic, right, helps me to be able to achieve the results and also help my clients at the end of the day to achieve their results. Peradventure, you're thinking you want to connect with me because I might not be able to go back to this in the course of the training. So feel free to connect with me on Instagram and on Twitter, on Facebook and on Instagram and on LinkedIn rather. On Instagram and on Twitter, you can connect with me on Omotola Dorcas 1. And on Facebook, you can connect with me on a Motola Dockers. All right. So please, I want you to give me just 30 seconds. I will join us back. And while we're doing that, let me just open us up to what we'll be covering today. I need to attend to something, then I'll join us in 30 seconds. Thank you. All right, all right. I'm so sorry about that. I needed to attend to something. All right, so going back to what we were discussing, right? Um, so these are basically the things that we'll be covering um, in the masterclass today, and also 50% of it will be finished up tomorrow. Please let me know in the chat if you can still see my screen. I had to pull it down initially so that I could bring it up again. Please let me know in the chat if you can see my screen, please. It's small. It should be on full screen right now. Can you see me on full screen, or should I stop sharing and share again? Okay, thank you so much. All right, so this is going to be our focus for this masterclass that we'll be covering in the next 2 days. Thank you so much, everyone in the comment section. I'm happy that we're following me and we can all see my screen. All right, so as I have here, let me hide this. We'll be covering the introduction aspect, right, of this course. And we'll also be looking at how these AI tools that we'll be covering, how they are applicable across multiple operations, right? Or what we would say across multiple departments within an organization. So for today, we'll be covering the introduction, understanding AI tools, and also utilizing AI for marketing and sales. And then tomorrow, we'll be covering operations and supply chain, AI in HR and employee management, ethics, and best practices in AI adoption. I would not want us to say that I don't need AI in operations and supply chain management or AI in HR and employee management. I would not want us to think like that because whether you are a one-man entrepreneur or what we call a solopreneur, or you are a two-man business, or you have 10 team that you're managing, all of these things that we are covering today are already operational. The only difference is in the numbers. And it would be good that as a business owner, even as a professional who is either a salesperson, a marketing person, or a business development executive, it is very, very appropriate that you understand what exists within the climb of the business space. So when you talk about the business landscape, you should not only concern yourself with what has to do with your profession or with your department. It is very, very necessary that as a professional that functions within an organization, that you understand what operations looks like on a granular setting, right? Even as a business person or as a solopreneur, you should also understand what are the things that are obtainable, right, in a business, so that as you grow, you would know where are the places where that you need to begin to deploy certain technologies or where you need to put in certain systems that would help automate your processes and that would also help you to achieve the result that you desire. Because one thing is very, very important. Whatever tool or whatever technology or whatever human personnel, right, that you are bringing to your team, what is driving that selection, what is driving that choice is the ultimate goal that the organization should look like. So basically what I'm saying is that whatever it is that you are doing in your business or whatever it is that you are doing in your profession should be from the end goal point of view. So that way you would always be prepared whenever there is a need for you, to tweak anything that needs to be done. So what is artificial intelligence? If you know me very well, one thing I love to do is that I really love to break things down. I'm not so much of a person that is interested in the jargons, right, that exist within the tech world. If I begin to talk in a way that makes me look like one expert, the only thing that will look so beautiful will be myself. The message. Is somebody raising up their hand? Please, if you have any question, please let me know in the chat. Can you see still my screen, please? I don't know why I'm hearing myself. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So as I was saying, what happened? Yes, I'm using two devices. I'm wondering why I can hear myself because this is supposed to be muted. My device is muted, so I should not be hearing myself twice. Oh. Okay. So I think what happened was my hand unmuted myself on the PC, so it was echoing. So let's go back to what we were discussing. Chad, for that notification because I was really wondering what was happening. So please let me know if you can see my screen on full screen. I can see myself right now, but I need to know if you can see me on full screen from the chat. And please, if we have any question, thank you so much. If we have any question, please feel free to drop it in the chat box, in the chat section rather, because I really want this masterclass to be engaging. Like I said, I am not so interested in making myself look like an expert. The only thing I'm interested in is to provide so much value to every one of us that will be joining us on this call. It's so amazing that over 80 people registered for this class. And of course, I know that if a couple of people who are not within the country have sent me a message that they'll be joining us after an hour, I guess because of the time difference. But then imagine out of, let's say, 80 people who registered, we have like 9 people on this call. That for me speaks a lot of volume, right? It speaks a lot of volume. And I do not take the commitment, right, that we have committed to this. I am not taking it for granted. I'm promising you that everything that I believe that you need to get started is what you will be getting from us here. All right, so what is AI? I have here that AI stands for artificial intelligence, and it means making computers do things that normally only humans can do, like understand speech, recognize images, and make decisions. AI is like a computer brain that can learn and solve problems, making it able to do things like playing video games, drive cars, and chat with people. The goal of AI is to make machines smart and helpful so that they can make our lives easier and better. But just like our brains, AI needs lots of information and practice to get better and smarter. I want to believe that what I just read here is like the simplest form of what artificial intelligence means that I can explain to a fifth grade student, right? And I deliberately went this route to clear out certain things, which is the myth, right? The misconception that people have about artificial intelligence. I know that if I begin to ask us right now, let me know in the chat box so that I do not assume. What can we say, right?
Can we?
What can we
Hello. Can you hear me, please? Maybe I should just use the device because it keeps muting itself. Let me know in the chat box, please. What can we say that we know and understand to be the misconception that people have about artificial intelligence and what the capacity it has to do in our lives as humans? I would love to know in the chat so that I do not assume. I'll be reading from us in the chat. Um, so let me know, what do you think are the misconceptions that people have about artificial intelligence that does not allow them to decide to go forward with even making an attempt to use it, right? Or to consider how to leverage artificial intelligence in their lives. Yes, what are the misconceptions that people have about artificial intelligence? I don't want to assume that we all know, but I would love to read our answer in the chat. Let me see. I'm in the chat here. Let me see who is. A lot of people believe that AI will take over their jobs. That's true. That's like the biggest misconception that people have. It's not even it's no longer a misconception. It's now a fear that people have. Nobody wants to consider artificial intelligence or tech, right, into what they do. Should this thing begin to, grow deep into their operations, grow deep into their work, then they will be displaced out of the job. But AI is very technical and complex stuff, something that many people just think that it's science I only know to work with numbers and all of those things. Yes, that's true. Thank you, Sister Simi. It is not a misconception. It is a misconception. I almost read that out. The truth is this: artificial intelligence will not take your job if you grow and develop within the career path that you are in as a technology professional. technology that exists or that are obtainable within that field that you're in. Want to embrace artificial intelligence will ultimately be displaced out of jobs when you find another teacher, right, that understand how to navigate that path and knows how to use it as an instructional material in the classroom. Another misconception, like somebody said here, is that students will generally not want to read again. But the truth is, it's not true. Just like we want us to have this conversation, right? It will really solve a lot of things for us. Smart, one. Number two, helpful. Number three, so that they can make our lives easier. Number four, and better. One thing we need to know is that artificial intelligence run. Now I want to start going a bit saying artificial intelligence runs on models, right? These models are put together by humans. To the degree that that human knows is to the degree that it can create that model that a machine that he or she is creating can work. Of course, if that machine is plugged to a database that is constantly generating data on a daily basis, it would be self-learning itself, because that is what artificial intelligence and an infusion of machine learning, that is what it's all about. So these machines makes use of data, and they use that data to self-teach, right? They learn by themselves depending on the programming that the human who has run that model has put into it, and it begins to work in that manner. So that's why you have a machine or an artificial intelligence tool that only runs algorithm that is related to images. So you have a tool like the Mid Journey. You also have another AI tool that is specifically used for content creation. You have another one that is only specifically used for transcription or transcribing audio to text. So there is never a point that machine will come that it will displace humans 100% out of jobs. The only thing it will do is that it will constantly redefine how we do things. But the people who are not willing to change, the people who are not willing to develop, are the ones who will have problems with it. They are the ones that will go out of job. And in order to not make you experience that is why we are having this masterclass. Because I think tomorrow we will understand better what I'm saying. Teachers, lawyers, they say students will not read again. They would not pay attention in the class again. But the truth is, even these machines have their limitations. For example, the ChatGPT 3 is only limited to the data that it has received from 2021 downwards. Anything after 2021, it does not have it, except it is updated again. I'm sure we heard the story that was up within the week. The AI tool failed its first test. So if such kind of sophistication, right, tests and trials okay, could still fail, I think if we are talking about artificial intelligence and how we can leverage it, what we are saying, oh, so sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Oh, I guess that's the network. Can you hear me right now? Okay, thank you so much. So I guess before I saw that chart where Mr. Richard said, and a couple of us said you were not hearing me, I was trying to say that the I want us to hold something right on this call, and what we would also say tomorrow. We are not saying, or I, or Motola Dockers, I am not saying that you should dump everything and allow artificial intelligence do it. That is not what even the experts will tell you. AI or technology is an enabler. Thank you. Somebody's trying to crack me up. Yes, she said you are doing well. Artificial intelligence is an enabler. It is here to support. It is here to help you get your job done easier, faster, help you work smarter, provide support and help when your brain must have gone into a mode that is unable to go beyond. So for writers who often have writer's block, they can leverage on artificial intelligence to help them pass that doorway into a place of enlightenment and a place of brightness where they can begin to do things beyond what their brain would allow them to do, especially when they are tired. So, to the next question. What size of business can use artificial intelligence? Let me know before I go on to the next slide. Let me see if I have gurus and professors in this class who can tell me what size of business, right? Is it the small businesses? Is it the large businesses? Is it the medium businesses? Is it just professionals who have access to all the funds and the technologies? Who really, or what kind of business can use artificial intelligence? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to read from us. Mr. Solomon said, everyone. Nice, nice. Who else? Who else? I'd love to know. I need us to be very active, all types of business. Okay, let's see if we are right. Right? Okay. Um, I'm sure this cat is also curious. Yes, all kinds and sizes of business needs AI in some forms. That is very true. Every one of us are right? Artificial intelligence technology can be leveraged by businesses of any size, including small, medium, and large enterprises. Okay, Falakemi said three, right? Because basically, if you look at the types of businesses that we have here, that is also within the framework within which every businesses are divided. They are either small, medium, or large. So, of course, if you say three, you are right. So, the small, medium, and large enterprises can use the AI technology. However, just like Mr. Richard said, the level of implementation and the type of AI solutions that will be used by these businesses will vary depending on the size of that business and also the resources. This will already debunk the misconception that people have that you need to have huge capital before you can leverage on technology or even navigate the path of using artificial intelligence for your business. So, if you're a small business, right, you can start with the basic AI solutions like integrating a chatbot to your website or using a chatbot in your messenger for your company page or using the voice recognition system like Google, the voice recognition, I think, for Microsoft, why Alexa is that for Google, right? Um, and you could all, and for large enterprises, they might choose, all right, to opt for more advanced and complex AI solutions, such as leveraging on predictive analytics to do to either want to personalize their marketing what type of segment, right? But then the key thing, the most important thing is to find the right. Wow, I think that's the network. So I said that the key thing or the most important thing is to find the right AI solution that fits the specific needs and goals of the business. Can we hear me now? Okay. All right, thank you. So let's go to the next slide. Just like this young girl, you have said plenty things, and my head is already saying, okay, okay, okay. What is the essence of all of these things you're saying? What is the purpose of using AI as a tool, right? Or AI as a business solution? Voila. Before I go into that, let me just say this, right? You know, I said we'll be running this masterclass for 2 days, but we have this masterclass that is coming up in March, right? It's starting in March, the last week in March, and it's an advanced masterclass for businesses. And basically, what we'll be covering in it are like deep level information and application of how to use these tools. If you're a business owner, we'll be sitting down with you and we'll be drawing out a board, right? A framework, right, of your entire operations. And then we'll be helping you to identify different areas where you can apply whatever artificial intelligence tools that is necessary to be able to help you automate your entire processes. You have access to a private community of people like you. There will be one-on-one weekly session every week for 1 month. There'll be 1 month intensive practical classes. And then we already have resources that has been put together of over 50 free tools of artificial intelligence tools that are useful for any type of business, whether you're small or you're medium or you are large. You also have access to 100 plus business ideas, right, that you can use. This is for people who are either looking to pivot or they are looking to expand their business opportunity. So I would want my colleague on this call to drop the Google Form link in the chat. If you're interested in joining this class, we'll give you details about this class after this call once we are done with our masterclass tomorrow. So let me go on to what is the purpose, right, of using artificial intelligence for your business. Number one, it helps increase efficiency and productivity, right? Artificial intelligence can be used to help make improved decision making, right? You can achieve enhanced customer surprise, personalization of marketing and sales strategies. This we will do in a practical session once we are done. I think we still have 1 hour, 15 minutes, right? It can also help you to automate repetitive tasks. This I would also show you in our practical session. It can help with fraud detection and prevention. This is basically for people who are in the finance industries. It can help improve supply chain management. This is specifically for people who are in the product-based business, right? It can also help in real-time monitoring and analysis. This cuts across any type of business. It can also help you have a competitive advantage and staying ahead of the market trends. Because with a tool that helps you to be able to run research, right, you'll be able to have access to what your competitors do not have access to, because artificial intelligence has upped your game and it has given you an higher playing ground to be able to do beyond what your competitors are doing. Uh-oh, let me see. I didn't know that. Okay, let me share again. Is this better? Or maybe I shouldn't just go full mode again. Okay, so I'll stay like this, so we don't. All right. So I guess I would repeat myself again. It helps increase efficiency and productivity, improve decision making, enhance customer experience. Also, helps you to be able to personalize your marketing and sales strategies, predictive analysis and forecasting, and all of the things that you see listed here. So then, if you are a business, you are medium or you are large sized, there are some core aspects of your business that you really need to pay attention to, because these are the ones that contribute to your productivity and to your efficiency. When I say productivity, I'm talking about the swiftness with which you deliver your service, the swiftness with which you deliver your product to your target market, the seamlessness with which your processes must go through, your ability to be smooth with your customer engagement or your customer facing roles. All of these things must be covered. And here are the core checklists, right, that I created, that for me are the things that whether you are a small, medium, or a large size business that you need before you can even make that attempt to say that you want to leverage on artificial intelligence, not even artificial intelligence alone, even technology, right, for your business. Number one, you must have a clear understanding of your business needs and goals. The reason why you need this is because, like I said at the introduction, there are hundreds and thousands of AI tools, and each of these tools have functions, right? They have things that they do. And if you do not understand what you need, if you also do not understand what you intend to achieve as your business overall goal, you will just realize that if you plug yourself into the field of artificial intelligence, or you decide to go shop, let me use the word shop, right, for tools, you will get confused and you will waste your money buying tools and applications that you do not need, or even signing up for applications that you do not need. That is why the number one goal or the number one checklist, right, is that you must have a clear understanding of your business needs and goals. You also need data to train the AI model, such as customer information, sales data, and market trends. So when we are talking about customer information, I'm talking about the contact details, right? The leads that you've been able to generate from your marketing engagement. It also has to do with your sales data. What is the end result of the leads that you have generated? What information do you have based on the performance or the behaviors of the people that you have generated their leads? What is the market saying, the target market that you are looking to sell to? What information do you have about them? All of this information, if you have access to them, you can easily use it to feed the intelligence of the machines, and it will use that information that you give to it to supply to you the relevant information that you need to make informed decision or to ensure that you are productive and you are efficient in your work. Don't worry right now to be wondering, okay, how do I do this? We are going there. But I just need to list out for us all that we need. We also need a team of data scientists, or if you do not have access to that, you need access to an AI technology and some support, right? When I mean AI technology, another way I can put it is saying apps, right? You also need a secure and reliable infrastructure to store and process data. You don't need to buy this, or you don't need to buy or set up a data storage system. You can just sign up for it on maybe any cloud-based application, or sign up with any cloud-based service, or you could use any application like Google Drive or Dropbox like I have here. All of these things that are listed here might sound so big and they might sound so technical, but the truth is they are things that these tools that you see that I have on the screen and many more, they are tools, right? They are things that they do, which is why we are saying that people need to understand that they do not need to spend so much of money. They do not need to worry about the technicalities, because all of these things can be solved just by signing up on an application or by putting together some applications to help you achieve certain things. So now, I decided to break um, these applications into two categories. Please, can we still hear me? Let me know. Are we still following me? I would love to know in the chat so I do not feel like I'm talking to us when I've lost us, please. Are we still following me, please? Okay, thank you so much. All right. So now I decided to break this into two. There are key tasks for product-based businesses. Thank you. Thank you. And there are also key tasks for service-based businesses. What I mean by key task is this. You know that when a person decides to say, I want to begin to sell a product, but I do not only want to sell it as I don't just want to run it by having a building where I would be diverting traffic to, or where I'll be diverting people to so that they can come into my shop or into my office. I want to infuse online um, platforms, right? I want to integrate digital technologies with what I do so that I can also be visible online and I can also sell to my online platforms. As a result, I will have a larger number of people that I am selling to. Now, should you decide that that is what you want to do, there are some key things that you need to have that would ensure that you are seamless, whether you are a solopreneur. You know what I mean by solopreneur? You are just a one-man business owner, or you are somebody who has a full team. So that is what this particular slide seeks to explain. So what are the key tasks for a product-based business? So basically, for a person who is selling a product, right, one of your tasks is product sourcing and selection, right? You need to carefully source and select products that are in demand and suitable for online sales. And you know that for you to be able to do this, you cannot do this by just going alone or having to employ a group of people, right? You don't even have that money to hire tens and hundreds of people to go into different markets to start doing survey for you, right? That is where artificial intelligence comes into play. So you want to carry out activities like researching and analyzing market trends, right? So that you can understand customer preferences and you can also find out what kind of products are in demand. Even if you are somebody who makes cake, you would want to know what are the different types of designs that are available now. What are the other cakes, business owners who are also in cake? What are the types of designs that they are doing now? What type of tools are they using now? What type of designs are now being used in birthdays, in weddings, right? These are the kind of things that you do within the task of product sourcing and selection. Or you sell products, or let's say you sell wigs, or whatever it is that you sell. You need to have first-hand information that will help you to be able to make the right choice of mix of the type of product that you want to list, because you can't just go to the market. When I mean to the market, I mean you can't just come online to the capital to buy. No, what you do is that you look to your market, find out what is the need in the market, and then you buy products based on the need. And you realize that you would not need to struggle to sell such kind of things, because you've been able to use data to research and to analyze to find out what are the customer preferences. The same thing also works for service-based business, but specifically product sourcing and for selection, you need some tools to do that. Also for inventory management, right? You need to maintain accurate inventory records and ensure that you have adequate stock to fulfill customer orders. So you're not going online to just say, oh, I sell this, I sell that, or we have this product, or we have that product, and then a customer comes and tell you, okay, I need 20 of this. But because you do not have that background information that that particular product is not in stock, and you don't even have anything to reference to help you, to prompt you or to notify you when you are going low on stock, you might lose a client, or it might make you look like you are not organized and portray you in a light that is not good. So you need certain tools that would help you with inventory management, that would ensure that you have adequate stock to fulfill customer orders, which would involve tracking product sales and updating your inventory regularly. There are tools that can. Another thing that is very, very core for people who sell products and that also want to sell online is marketing and advertising. You need to promote your products. You need to be able to gain access and to reach your potential customers through effective marketing and advertising strategies, right? And these are things that leveraging on AI tools will help you to achieve. So you are talking about SEO, right? Search engine optimization. What are the keywords that people within your industry, when I mean people, I mean your customers, what are the words that they are using to search for businesses that do things like you? What are the keywords that they are looking for? Once you can find out those keywords, you use those keywords to create content, whether it is on LinkedIn or on Instagram or on Facebook. You create keywords within your content such that even if you do not have a website and a person is looking for something on Google, you will still be found, depending on how you have been able to mix your SEO. Basically, what I'm saying is this: for people who sell products who do not have a website, you can still take advantage of AI to help you web SEO into your content across other channels like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Because the way Google works, right, and the way some of these tools, these social media platforms work, is that they also show your content to people outside of your platform. So you will see LinkedIn, it will tell you, it will share it to people who are on LinkedIn and outside of LinkedIn. Facebook will share your content to people who are on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and outside of Facebook. In case you do not know, if you go to your privacy section in Facebook, there is a place where you can turn on or you can turn off that you do not want Facebook to gain access to your data and to show it to advertisers or to share it with a third party. Now, if you put that notification off, then you will not be able to see adverts of people who are sharing outside of Facebook, right? But if you put it on, you will see it. So now imagine that you have customers who have that prompt or that feature on their platform. And I can tell you for a fact that 80 to 85% of people have it on because they are not even aware that it exists. That is why when you look for something on Google or you talk about something in your house, then before you know it, you go on Facebook, you are already seeing it. Everything runs on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Then for e-commerce platforms and setup management, right, you also need AI tools because you need to be able to set up and manage an e-commerce platform, such as a website or a marketplace that is user-friendly, secure, and optimized for conversion. In order to, if you can successfully set up these 4 core tasks as a product-based business, I'm telling you, you would have taken away and you'd have saved yourself 50 to 60% of your task, and it will help you to focus only on activities that matters. Please, do we have any question before I go to key tasks for service-based business? Do we have any question, and am I carrying everyone along? Is there anyone who is confused? I would love to know, please. Are we following me, please? Do we have any question? Can we still hear me? It seems like I'm the only one on this call. Hello, can anyone hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you. So, okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, on to the next. Um, what are other key activities that a product-based business needs? You need tools that will help you with customer service, order fulfillment, data analytics, payment processing, and security. If you have all of these things, you are very, very good to go. So, what are the tools that are needed to fulfill this task that are required for running a product-based business? So you realize that what I did, I think I want to make this big. I want to present it. Feel free to do a screenshot. I would advise that you put your phone in landscape mode. Peradventure, you want to screenshot. So tools needed to fulfill the task required for running a product-based business. So for product research and analysis, you need tools, right? Or you need services, AI services like Google Trend, SEM Rush, Amazon Best Seller Rank. With this particular application, if you go on Google and just type in Google Trend, it would automatically give you the site to it. And if you want all of these things, you would have to join the advanced class, because we can't begin to break all of these things down. We do not have the time for that. So for inventory, right, to help you keep record of your account, I use Keeper, right? I provide service, so I use Keeper. When I sell products, I also use Keeper. And what Keeper does is that it helps you to be able to provide invoice. You can keep receipts. You can gain accounts of your monthly, weekly sales revenues, expenditures, and it's free, right? You don't need to pay for Keeper. And then for marketing and advertising tools, you want to use Google tools like Google AdWords. Most of these things that I have here, they are free, right? They are free tools and applications that you can use. Hootsuite is also free. MailChimp is free. MailChimp allows you to be able to send messages to more than 100 people. If you are using the free version, you can gain access to upload close to 500 database that you can just be using email marketing to engage. Hootsuite allows you to be able to create content, and you can share across, at least if you're using the free version, three major social media channels, and you can select whichever that one is. I use it for Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Some people use it for Twitter, Facebook, depending on the marketing channel that you use. Then for people who want to sell online, then you can use a platform like Shopify. I know that Shopify might be a bit technical for some people, but WooCommerce is very, very easy to use. They have a support system that you can always reach out to. They have videos that will show you how to set it up. And most of the things that you will find on WooCommerce is just their templates. It's just for you to fill in the things that you want to do, and then you publish and you are good to go. For security, I know many of us are familiar with McAfee or Norton. These are software security applications. For customer service, you can either make use of Zendesk or French Desk or Intercom. This will help you to maybe to escalate complaints, or to take inquiries, or to take complaints. These are tools that can help you to do that. So even if you are not online, your clients can just easily log in and drop information for you, instead of just coming to your WhatsApp and you get to lose it in the midst of messages. But when you have a dedicated application for customer service, it's easy for you to just, arrange your complaint inquiries, and you can easily resolve them from that platform. People who sell, you can use Stitch, Labs, Other Hive. These are free tools that will help you whenever you can create a catalog on platforms like this. Even if you are a cake baker, you are a shoe seller, you are a clothes seller, or you are into products, you can just create a catalog, list all of the products or services that you have with description and the prices. You just create that catalog, publish it, get a link, attach it to any content that you create on social media. Whenever somebody clicks it, they just come on that landing page that you have created. They can have an overview of all of the services or all of the product that you have, the prices, description. They click on it and it automatically sends you a message. You receive it and you can easily know, okay, this is what this person wants, this is what we need to do, and that is it. Asana is also a free tool that you can use for collaboration, project management, right? And also Slack. These are free tools that you can use. All right. For service, right? Similar to the product, but this is a bit unique. The reason why the task for service-based businesses is few is because you do not need so much of tools, right? to carry out your engagement. Because you are providing a service, most of what you do are customer facing, right? They are usually you directly engaging with people. So you need tools or application that would ensure that you can automate that kind of processes. So for people who provide services, you would want to focus on marketing and advertising. You need to get tools for that. Lead generation, you need tools for that. Client management, because as a service-based business, your own tools are the contact of people that you have. So we would often find service-based businesses having lots of contacts to manage, and you need applications that can help you arrange or sort or filter that data, right? So for client management, handling communication, scheduling appointments, managing data, you need those kind of tools. Also, you will need tools for invoicing and processing and payment processing, right? And also you need project management tools, time tracking tools, data analysis tools, as the case may be. So for service-based business, these are the tools that you need to help you achieve the task that I said. Today, I found out Payday for payment processing. And Payday is that tool that helps you to be able to make online transaction even to in the international platform. And it's very, very easy to use. Like I was so happy today when I wanted to pay to upgrade my Zoom account. I've been trying different platforms for more than 3 weeks, just in less than, I don't think it was even up to 5 minutes that I set it up. And voila, I had everything set up, payments made. My website domain was also upgraded in less than 10 minutes for that one. And I didn't even know that it exists, and it is free to use. So you might want to consider Payday if you are a service-based business that also has to engage with the international audience. You can receive online payments from the international client. You can also send payments to them. So all of these tools for lead generation, you can, for number two, lead generation, you can make use of Typeform or Google Form. I believe these are the tools that many of us are familiar with. So these are the tools that you need to automate your task, right? If you are running a service-based business. So game time. We've entered into the practical section where I will now show us a particular application that's for me right now. If you can really get your hand on this tool and you can immerse yourself to learn it, practice with it, right? You can't see my slide. Let me stop sharing. That must have been the network, right? How about now? Okay, slides for service. Can we see now? Can we see the slides for service? For those requesting for it, I'm not getting a feedback. No. Wow, that must have been the network because I'm sharing right now. Let me stop sharing and share again. How about now? The tools needed for service based. Can we see? Okay. Okay, somebody say they can say Comfort. You might want to refresh your screen because I have a few people here who can see the screen. So like I said, you may want to put your phone, if you're using your mobile device, on landscape so that you can see this larger on larger screen. All right, can I go on? Should I move on? A boss said you can't see. Oh, okay. All right. So what we want to do is this. I want to introduce us to an application called Chat GPT. Are there any one of us that are familiar with that tool, or you have heard about it, even if you have not used it? Are there anyone, yeah, among us? You have heard about it, you have seen it online. All right, it's only Comfort World. Aside from Comfort, okay, Falakemi, who else has heard about Chat GPT, or you've read about it, or you saw it? Okay, very, very good. I have more than 5 people here. So I want us to do something, right? Um, I want you to go to Chrome. All right. Um, I want us to follow that link, please. Follow that link and let me know in the chat box if you are there. You might need to sign up, of course, but maybe I should just show us first. Let me show us first, and then you can follow the screen. Hello? Can we hear me, please? Okay. Don't worry. Like, I don't intend to. I intend to be done with whatever I'm doing. Questions and answers, right? So, any question that we have, please, Okwe, if you're on the call, help me curate them. I would pick them up. I see somebody asking question, but I might not be able to answer that question. So if you can see, welcome to chat. Is that what you're seeing? The network is indeed playing with us today. Okay. All right. So you can see, welcome to ChatGPT. All right. Comfort word said, I have signed in. So now, so this is how you sign in for ChatGPT. Basically, it requires that you make use of your Google. For this class, I'll make use of my plan is now available for Nigerians. So, but just make use of the free pack. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. The network. So let's see. Hello, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my network. It just disconnected from my hotspots and it was difficult to join. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let me go back to the sign up. Share can go back to the sign up. Okay, so you click on the Google account that you want to use and it just automatically comes here. So now, the chat GPT is a chat bot, right? That runs on artificial intelligence to help people to be able to perform multiple tasks. So depending on what the task is what will determine what the chat GPT will do for you. So you look at the examples of what question or the type of way you can frame your question, right? If you want to ask this chat bot question, you can ask it, do you have any creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday? If you click on it, it will show you something. If you're a developer or a software programmer, you can ask it, how do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript? So whatever career, whatever profession rather, that you belong or whatever business it is that you do, this particular application has got you, right? So when you look at the things that it has the ability to do, it can remember what you discussed because it has an archive where it stores your conversation inside. So irrespective of what you about 5 days ago, it's 10 days ago, it can always remind you because it's as a storage device that stores all of your conversation. That's what you have here. Then it also allows user to provide follow-up corrections. So let's say you ask it a question and it didn't give you a satisfactory question. You can tell it to repeat the answer, to rewrite the answer to the question that you ask, right? And then frame it in a way that you understand. So I'll show us all of this, but I just want to show us the capabilities of this platform. It is trained to decline inappropriate requests. Inappropriate requests for Chat GPT is like asking it to either ask for how to harm somebody or how to create a way to gain access to people's data. It will not give you informations like that unless you know how to tweak it, right? That's, I believe, one of the limitations of the chatbot because it's not human. So it only responds to programs. It only responds to codes. It only responds to prompts, right? The questions that you ask it is what we call prompt. So the limitations that this particular mode plan, right, as is that it may occasionally generate incorrect information, which is what I was trying to tell us, right? This is not even because it is Chat GPT. Some of these tools can give you informations that are not 100% accurate, which is why you cannot just depend on it 100% without you also infusing into it your original content or you also vetting it to ensure that it gives you the right information. So sometimes when it gives me information, I also try to do a bit of research using Google because I know that Google has one of the most updated information or database at the moment. So that's how I integrate it. And also from my own experience and the backdrop of knowledge that I have, I'm also able to question it and tell it to rephrase whatever information that it gives to me. It may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content, That is also due to how you ask the question, or it could also try to be naughty by telling you, I am an AI model. I do not have access to the information that you're asking me. Maybe if you ask me in another way. If you are somebody who does not know how to keep your emotion in check, you can easily get frustrated when you are using this platform, because the truth is, depending on how you engage it is what will determine how it will respond to you. So the reason why I'm saying this is because many of us are newbies, right? And we might want to begin to try out plenty things. And because we are not using the right words, it might not be giving us the right type of answer that we need. And that would make it give us some biased content that may not be the thing that we need at the moment. And like I said, also, it has limited knowledge of events after 2021. So now we are here on ChatGPT. So here is where you can click on if you want to create a new chat, right? If you want to upgrade, you click on upgrade to plus. Like I said, it's available in Nigeria. If you want to make it to a dark mode, for somebody like me who does not do fairly well with the screen shining bright in my eye, most of the time I run it on dark mode. For people who prefer to have it on a light background, just click on it and it becomes white. Now, for people who want to engage with users across the world to learn what they are doing, to see how they are asking the questions, you might need to open a Discord account. A Discord is similar to a WhatsApp, but then it is more or less like having communities and sub-communities and multiple sub-communities in one ecosystem. So you might need to create a Discord account, and once you click on Open AI Discord, it just connects you to that community so you can have access to people. The updates and the frequently asked questions will show you, okay, are there new updates? So let's say we decide to click on this to show you what you will have under the updates. So you will realize here that under the updates, you have access to latest information. What are people doing? What is the company doing? What are they saying? Are there any announcements? I would advise you that you also familiarize yourself with that platform so that you can understand, because this is a new platform. Of course, artificial intelligence is not new, machine learning is not new, but this particular application is new and they are constantly updating it day after day. So now to our task. Our task is that we want to engage this chat GPT and we want to employ it as one of our staff. And the job that we want to give to it is that we want it to become our personal assistant. But I need a volunteer here, right? Who wants to volunteer as the employer of this chat GPT so that I can engage you to know what to ask it? We want to employ it as a personal assistant. I need somebody to volunteer here, right? So we can use your business to know what to say to it and how we want to engage it. Any volunteer here? Okay, comfort world. What do you do, please? Let me see if I can allow you to unmute yourself so you can speak. Can you hope your environment is quiet? Is your environment quiet before I request? Okay. All right. So I want you to speak. I've requested that you unmute yourself. So let's do this together. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening. How are you today, Comfort World?
I'm fine, ma.
Don't mind me. That's what I saw as your name. That's why I'm calling you Comfort
Yes,
World. Okay, so
yes, I
what's the name
understand.
of your business?
Comfort World.
Okay, Comfort World. So
Yes.
let's say you have need for a personal assistant. On a normal day, what would that person be doing for you? Or what would you need that person to do for you as a personal assistant?
Well, the first thing is, firstly, What are the works to be done that day?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. The second thing is the works to be delivered for that
Okay.
same day. Yes. And if we have any pending order we haven't sorted out, that one too. That three.
Okay. So what you do is that okay, let's say we pick the first two things you said, work to be done, right?
Okay.
So now when
Yes.
you come on this platform and you know that you want to employ this particular application as your personal assistant, you need to
Okay.
give it as much information as possible, but not any personal information that you know will put you at risk online. So now,
Okay.
one thing that you'd also need to put at the back of your mind is that you need to set a scenario for this application so that when it is engaging you, it would know what to do, right? So
Okay.
once we come here, I will say, um, let's say I use a prompt, right? And I would
Okay.
prefer this. I would say voice and style, voice and style, LE. Use a formal, friendly, um, and formal, not formal, formal, friendly, and you can't see my navigation. I'm actually typing. I'm not.
Okay.
Can you see what I'm typing?
I'll check it out now. Okay.
Can you see what I'm typing?
No,
Some people are saying that
I
slow.
can't see it.
Okay, let me stop sharing. I'll stop sharing. I'll share again. I'm coming, please. A few minutes. Products. I think the network is it please let me know if you can see my screen. No, let me stop and check. Sorry. I didn't know that you were not hearing me. So now, I also need to put this into perspective. When I say that um, you would engage ChatGPT as a personal assistant, basically what I'm saying is that it would take over the job of a personal assistant and do or teach the person who ought to be the personal assistant. It will teach him or her what he or she ought to do. So imagine you hire somebody who is your personal assistant, but the person does not have any experience, right? This particular application can give that person an idea of what is expected of him or her. So let's say I say this to it. Imagine you are a personal assistant to a fashion outfit and you need to remind the CEO what the task for the day, what the tasks for the day are and the work that needs to be delivered. What would be your first step to what would be your first step to fulfilling that responsibility? Please highlight. Now, I will not correct this thing. I want to show you something to also show you the power of leveraging on AI. As humans, it is easy for you to want to quickly edit some of these things. But because this thing runs on deep machine learning, it automatically knows what you are asking. And okay, now, another thing I need to say is the difference between the free package and the upgraded package is that this particular free package sometimes run into roadblocks like this, right? But if you are using the upgraded one, you will not need to be refreshing and refreshing constantly. I was supposed to upgrade this morning, but my payment, my card was not going through and I couldn't stay on it because I needed to prepare for this. All right, so let's refresh. All right, so I'll come here again. Then I'll ask you this question. So you see what it's writing?
Yes.
So basically what it's coming up with is I think like a letter, right? Or a message rather that he or she would put together, right? And then that would he will send to the, he said, "Good morning, the name of the CEO. I hope you're having a great day so far. As your personal assistant, I would like to remind you of your task for today, blah 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 blah." So I can ask it, what tools do I need to keep track of activities and to use as a reminder or task? Personally, for me, I have better experience using the phone, but basically, this is what you experience. So now, I said that it has a way of keeping the history of your conversation. So you don't need to start again. All you just need is to go back and I already copied it before I refreshed, so it would continue from the conversation. So now, you remember while I was going through the task, I was telling you what are the tools that you need. So now with this kind of question and the answer it will give you specific tools, right, that you need to ensure that you carry out this job. Now, I know that as a fashion designer, you do not have a personal assistant, right? So meaning that some of the things that you do them alone. But when you can leverage on this tool and with this kind of information that it has given to you, you'll be able to know that, okay, in order for me to be able to remind myself and to keep track of my activity, I need a Google Calendar, right? Because it's one of them. And this Google Calendar will help me to schedule and organize my appointments or meetings, or it will help me to set up my deadline, right? You can easily organize, you can easily download your Google Calendar by going to the Play Store. Then you may also need to download Asana. Asana can also be downloaded on Play Store. What this one will help you to do is to create to-do lists, to set reminders, and to also track your progress. So just like you said, what are the work that needs to be done? When you have a Google Calendar and you go to your Google Calendar and you click on the plus, right? Let me do this. Let me show you how to use a Google Calendar from my phone. So I'll stop sharing from here, and I will try to share from my phone. Let me allow sharing. Okay. So let me see. Screen. Let me know once you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please? Okay, so this is the Google Calendar. You can see if you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth row, the second um, application on the fourth row where you have calendar is your Google Calendar. When you click on your Google Calendar and you want to create task for yourself, what you do is that you click on plus, right? Once you have clicked on plus, if what you want to automate is your task, then you will select task. If you want is that you want to book a meeting with somebody, then you click on task. So let's say you just want to remind yourself. You can also do that. So let's start with reminder. When you click on reminder, you remember we got to know about this tool from asking ChatGPT. If I am your personal assistant, what are the tools that I would need, right? So we know that you can use Google Calendar to create tasks, to remind yourself, and to also monitor your task. So yeah, you cannot tell this to remind me to deliver yes to Abuja by 4 p.m. right? That's the topic of your task. Then you will now come to this place, right? You will click on that thing. Then you can select the date, right? The time, the day, the month, and the year. So since today is Saturday, you can just click on Sunday and you click OK, right? And here, instead of saying all day, you put it off and then you click on the time. Once you click on the time, you can tell it, you remind me by 12 o'clock in the morning, right? Or by 12 o'clock in the night, in the afternoon rather. So if it is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, what you do is that you will click on 12, right? And you click OK. Do you understand? And then you click on the email that you want it to remind you on, right? Mine is this, and then you click on save, right? If you move to Sunday, you realize that it's already there on Sunday. The moment it is that exact time, 30 minutes before then, by default, it will begin to give you a notification. That's how you use the reminder. Let's say you want to do task. The same thing. Reminder to attend a 5 p.m. meeting, right? With ALX. So why it is important that you have the name of the organization is so that you will be able, it's able to trigger your remembrance even if you forget. Because by the time it's notifying you, what it will be doing is that it will show the full heading or the full topic that you have on board. Do you understand? And then you can copy it, right? And then you paste it in the details. And like I said also, you put it off in all day, select the day, okay, select the time, you click on the time. Let's say you want to have it by 4 p.m., that is 16 o'clock, right? And then what are the tasks? You may want to create subtask under it, right? And then you click on save. Do you understand? Once that is done and you go to it, you can see here on first, was it Sunday I did? Can't remember, is it Sunday? You will see your task on that particular place. I can't remember the day that I picked, if it is today or 16. I know it has already been said. So that's how you create your task if you are on the Google calendar. Another thing is, let's say you are a fashion designer and you need your personal assistant to come up with different content that you can use for your marketing, right? Let's come back to the device and stop sharing. Let's stop sharing. Why are you not giving me? Okay, let's stop sharing. So let's say I share here and I tell it that I want you to give me content that I can use as a fashion designer, right? So what you do is you come to your personal assistant and then you tell it, give me 5 content ideas for Instagram Reels, right? And you click OK. Already generating. So you realize that it will give you the different kind of content that can be used on Instagram, right? And another thing is, what you need is just something that will give you direction, right? Now that you know that, oh, if I want to create content, I can create tutorial type of content. I can create behind the scene type of content. I can create challenges type of content or product demonstration. You can then go further to say, okay, let's say we want to create a tutorial content. So Comfort, what type of content would you want to create as a fashion designer that has to do with tutorial? You've muted yourself. What type of tutorial content would you want to create?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What's the question, ma?
Like, let's say you want it to create content for you that you can use on Instagram, but you need it to give you the content. Then you can take it and use it to create what you need. It has already given you 5 types of content that you can create, tutorials, behind the scene, but we want it to be specific, right? I am not a fashion designer, so I cannot tell it, give me a tutorial content on how to set up a Facebook account. If I ask it that kind of information, it will give it to me because at least I'm in marketing. But you are in fashion. Let's say you want to do a tutorial style of content.
Okay.
What type of content would that be?
Let's say how to create an accurate measurement. How to take an accurate measurement.
Okay. So let's say we say like imagine you are a fashion designer. Creating content for your Instagram page. Provide a step-by-step tutorial content on how to do what?
How to take an accurate measurement.
Sure.
An error.
There is a lot of traffic, so we refresh again.
Okay.
Within 3-4 seconds, should be back. All right. So you see, fast, just like that. So what happens is that you take this content, right?
Okay.
For me, I will still say you should edit it, right? So that you can be sure of, I know that 95% of the time it is accurate, but then
Yes.
I will still want you to go through it to see if it aligns with what you will do normally, right? And then there's this application called CapCut.
CapCut.
Yes, CapCut.
Okay, CapCut.
That, yes, CapCut. I'm not on my phone. I would have shown you. Let me just put the name here, CapCut. So what CapCut does is that it allows you to be able to record yourself, and you can also have a teleprompter on your screen so that you do not forget what you want to say. So what you can do is you copy this thing, you paste it in the teleprompter feature on the CapCut, and you press record. And then you stand behind the camera and you are reading it, and it looks like you are just saying what you are saying from your head. And that becomes a video content. If you do not want to do video, you can just take this content, go on Canva and create like a 8-page content with each of these step by step written on that page with image to explain what you mean. Download it as a document, and then you upload it in Telegram or in Instagram as a content. That's it. So you don't even need to start worrying yourself to say, I don't even know how to come up with content. I don't even know what to do. So let's say you have created a lot of Instagram reels and you're like, I don't even know how to draft a marketing or content strategy for myself, right? I know time is gone, so I'll just spend the next 5 minutes to talk about this so that we can provide question in the next 10 minutes to close. You can just come here and say, okay, draft a content strategy on how I can launch my Instagram reels for my fashion design page, right? Once you do that, you realize that it will give you specific information on the things that you need to know.
You need to do.
Before you decide to say, okay, oh, I have created content, I want to go and distribute it. No, it will give you the step-by-step guidance. So to a large extent, you don't even need to say you are confused. I don't even know how to mix my content. I don't even know how often I need to create my content. If after you have done this kind of thing, you can even go on to say, okay, can you provide a content calendar, right? That will help me with distributing my content on my Instagram page, right? Usual copy, fresh. This is, I think they do this to force people to upgrade, right? So what you do is that you
Paste.
paste, sure, and then it gives you a calendar. Why? So you already know, okay, if I want to create calendar, if I want to create multiple content for a whole month, right? And I don't want to say, I don't even know what to do tomorrow. Oh God, what can I do? This is something that has helped you. You can even tell it. Once it's done, you can further tell it, use this calendar, Abby, to create a template. It will create a template for you. Do you understand? This one is
Yes.
if you don't want it to give you the content, you just want it to give you a temp. Okay, you hired a social media manager, or you have your younger sister or your cousin or an intern working with you, and you need them to be able to manage your social media platform. You can just tell them, this is what I want from you. I want you to create a calendar for us for the next 1 month. Use this template. You realize that it will save you a lot of things. Or let's say that you have a product, right, that you want to launch, and you don't know the strategy that you want to use that will give you the sales in the fastest time frame possible. You can also come here and you say, imagine you are a marketing specialist. I'm seeing somebody who is already thinking, if this thing can do what you are doing, Omotola, why are you showing us? What you don't know is that it is what you feed it that it will give to you. Everyone should have, one thing I believe and that we preach at Virtual Domain is that everyone should have a fair ground, right? I don't believe in hoarding information, right? Which is why most of the time the services I provide are often performance enhancement training. So I don't believe that the people that I'm working with do not know what to do or don't even know how to achieve what they need to do. But the truth is, there would always be a need for a consultant or for a second eye to check what you are doing so that you can ensure that you are not limited to your scope, right? So don't worry that I'm showing you all of these things. So let's say, imagine you are a marketing specialist and you need to come up with a marketing strategy that will launch a new product line for your fashion design firm. Create a go-to market strategy that will make the firm sell within the first 3 weeks of launch. Include financial projection, profit and loss probability, and best marketing approach to deploy. This is a lot, I know, but it understands it, right? So go-to marketing strategy for launching a new product line for a fashion design. So it will tell you the first thing you need to do. So before you even set out to say, I want to create a product and I want to go and promote it, no, there are certain things that you need to do. And the things that you need to do is what it is telling you, right? And it is listing all of those things for you. Financial projection. Assuming a budget, just in your mind, assume that dollar is naira. Of course, I can change it to convert all of those dollars to naira. So you see, I will tell it convert the dollar projection to naira and include the best approach to achieve 500,000 naira in 3 weeks. So you see, it will redefine it, and then it will be specific. I don't know, are we saying what this thing has the capacity to help us achieve? Because one thing is that there are some things that alone you can't do it. You need somebody to brainstorm with you. So it helps you to be able to brainstorm. It expands your mind beyond what you would not even naturally think about. So it's telling you, assuming you want to make, you have a budget of 20 million for marketing, like all of these things, like, I don't know. I remember the first day I saw this thing, I was so mind blown. I was so mind blown. And I was like, okay, so what do I do? What do I do? I sat down and I launched on it. I told it to give me some business ideas. And it gave me those business ideas and it told me how I could sell it, who I should target. So let's say, give me, this is the last question I'll be asking it. We can go on to try it out by ourselves. I'm telling you, it's so amazing, like very, very, very amazing. I tell it, okay, give me the target audience for this new product, right? What do we want to call it? Sleeveless rain jackets, right? Give me the target audience for this new product, sleeveless rain jacket. How do I target them? what is the best price to set, and how much can be made in 3 weeks. Assume the what I want to say is, this is a projection and not a real life scenario, because you can come back and tell me that I'm an AI model. I am not this one. I don't know what you are saying. So sometimes you need to let it know that I'm just asking you to give me an assumption. I know you are not human being. Okay, so you can see, it will break
Yes.
it down. It will tell you who your target audience is. What is the strategy to target them? What should you do? What is the best price that you should give them? If you want to make your profit in 3 weeks, how much? Assuming a conversion of 10%, you can see all of these things.
Yes.
You see, I know it will put it. It has told you, please note that this is a
This is a
projection and not a
projection.
guarantee. A sales and profit can be affected by a number of factors, including market condition, competition, market ineffectiveness. Right? For me, if I want to take this deeper, I will copy this thing, right? That it says, and then I will ask it, how do I research to understand the marketing conditions, competitions, and marketing effectiveness of this product? And then it will further break it down again. So you need to know how to stack. So stacking is when you keep on compiling your questions or inquiries so that it can give you a more robust and comprehensive feedback. So it's not something you sit down and you say you are tired. If you want it to give you juice, you really need to know how to squeeze it. So I will stop here today. Tomorrow we will keep up with the practical aspect. Tomorrow is going to be heavy duty practical for the next 2 hours, right? Because we didn't start on time. We started around 8, 10 or 12 thereabouts. So that's why I'm stopping here today. So do we have any question? Oh, she said really should. I've been trying it out and then that's nice. It's good to know that a lot of us are trying it out. So do we have any question before we wrap up the session for today? We said 2 hours. We've already spent 2 hours done. Any question, any feedback? Let me allow us unmute ourselves. So let's feel free to unmute ourselves. Let's feel free to
Dorcas,
yes, sir.
thank you so much for this eye-opening session. I've been so thrilled by learning a lot of things today. Just want to say thank you so much for putting this out there. I guess a lot of people have also benefited.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So what can you say that you've taken from this session, and how can it help you? What do you do and how can it help you on the job? Do you mind to share?
Sure. I'm an accountant, and
Okay.
then on the side have a business also. So even for my job too, I see a lot of application, especially maybe when you take a new role. Sometimes every information that you need, like so that's when I took on my job. I didn't know, there was no formal handover, so I was just trying to get started, kickstart everything myself. You get, So if I knew about this would have been a good heads up, giving me what to do, what next to do, and all of that. I find this AI very, very, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Welcome. It's quite intelligent. It's quite. Can I have a feedback on what you're doing with it presently?
Thank you so much for the class. In fact, as my colleague has said, it has really been an eye-opener. I'm really, I don't know how to put it. I'm really surprised with the app, and I'm really happy about it because I've been battling with a lot of thoughts recently about my fashion business.
Okay.
Yes, actually, I'm into ready to wear.
Oh, nice.
I've been trying to create another niche. Though before I specializes in sportswears and customized t-shirts.
Okay.
So due to the environment I moved to recently, I've been producing children ready to wears before, but due to the environment I'm in now, I couldn't really go ahead with it because the sales has been so down. I don't know what exactly to do about it and what exactly to produce when it comes to those children ready to wear.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, but with this app now, I think I can see a way forward.
Yeah.
I
One
know
of
the
the
next
things
thing
that
to
I
do now.
can do for you.
Hello, what did you say, ma? I can't hear you, ma.
Right, to also do some competitors analysis. At least you can ask it for children in the fashion world climate, and you also tell it the type of design that you have. You can tell it to help you draft a marketing strategy. You can draft out a development strategy, a content. I think that's my network. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can't hear you before.
Okay.
What you said before, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I was saying that you can use it for market research to understand what the market is doing, competitors, what are they doing, what type of products are trending, right? What is the best marketing approach, right?
What style to be produced?
What segments should you focus on, right?
Yes.
What projection in terms of budgeting should you dedicate, and it should create milestones. So you can ask it, give me milestones for my product launch. So milestones will give you the several things that you should do per stage. It can tell you what you should do in 2 weeks, what you should do in 1 month, at what point should you start pumping money into marketing, so all of those things are the things. So you see it as a human being that you are asking questions, but always tell it that you are just assuming and you just want it to assume or project for you, so that it will not come back to tell you, I am an AI model, I am not a human being, this is a blah, blah, blah. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us
Please,
on
I
this
have
call.
one question,
Tomorrow,
please.
oh, okay, go on, sir.
The question is, when you started typing on that ChatGPT, you included something like using voice, professional tone, blah blah. Is it necessary? Is that a way to always start?
Yes, it is necessary. What I explained when I used it is because I made a reference to, when you are talking to somebody and you are talking to somebody who likes to talk, the kind of experience you have with that kind of person. They talk of points. Yes. So this chat knows it knows how to talk, and it knows how to talk of points. So you need to be able to guide it. Yes. So when you create that thing and you put it inside that column, you are guiding it to not go outside. So if you want it to explain something to you, you can tell it voice and style column. Use a formal, friendly, and academic tone. Imagine you are talking to a 5th grader. Explain the concept of accounting. So you realize that and you tell it, avoid jargons, avoid ambiguous Google Statements, keep it simple. Then you close the bracket and then you give it further details of what you want. When it does that, it should just be specific with the information that it gives you. It
All
can
right.
do a ton of things for you.
Noted.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So thank you so much, everyone. Comfort World, Solomon, Mr. Richard, Abosede, Mrs. Maria, Oluwakemi, Okpe, Folake, every one of us that joined us on this call. I want to say thank you, and I hope that I will see a bigger class tomorrow. I understand that today is Owambe, and many people have gone to enjoy themselves. So we'll see us again tomorrow. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye bye. I'll be closing the room in 5 seconds.
Thank you so much, ma. Really appreciate.